Well, if you haven't checked your Aeroplan account balance lately, you might want to do that sooner rather than later. CTV News has learned scammers have targeted some Aeroplan accounts around here, booking tickets that are then sold elsewhere. The company is returning points to victims as quickly as it can and warning customers to be wary of so-called phishing schemes. CTV's Bruce Frisko has more.
When it comes to loyalty programs, Canadians are a dedicated bunch, racking up tens of millions of points every year. But we're less enthusiastic about spending them. A report last year suggested we had an estimated $16 billion in unredeemed points in our accounts, and increasingly, scammers are looking to cash in on that.
There's a growing awareness of just how much money is locked away in these loyalty programs by people. And I think a lot of headlines around things like the Aeroplan situation with Air Canada is definitely something that brings that up to kind of the public consciousness.
Aeroplan members are among the latest to be targeted, with fraudsters getting into accounts and using them to purchase airline tickets and other items which can be sold to somebody else.
Important notice coming directly from Aeroplan that's highlighting the fact that there is an email scam going around across Canada.
Experts say hackers will generally get into accounts through a phishing email.
All you have to do is click a button and then it takes you to a website that also looks very much like Aeroplan, and it asks you to log in. And once you log in, that information goes into a spreadsheet. Once they have that information, it's pretty much checkmate from there.
In a statement, the company acknowledges the problem but insists protecting members' information is a top priority. In an email to CTV News, Aeroplan says incidents such as these are often a result of members' passwords being exposed through phishing, weak passwords, or third-party websites where the same password is used. Air Canada says it too is aware of the problem and is working closely with Aeroplan to ensure that booked reward tickets are cancelled and that miles are returned to member accounts.
We actually spend a huge amount of time, effort, and money in some cases building up these points bases. But then really when it comes to understanding their true value and how we should actually manage them ongoing, it can be a very different subject.
The company recommends changing passwords regularly and don't keep them too simple or use the same one on multiple sites. And make the changes in the actual company website.
But you have to look very close to see if they happen to have two periods in there, see if they happen to have a double M at the end of com and things like that, because that's where you can start to figure out whether or not it was real or fake.
Some words of wisdom to protect your points from scammers who've got no loyalty to you whatsoever.
And you know, it is difficult to get a sense of just how widespread the problem is, but the company says it's a very small percentage and typical of other loyalty programs. Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre today told me they have not received any recent complaints where Aeroplan points have been stolen by someone else. But I did contact a man in St. John's today who lost his. And I have to tell you, I spent part of the day on Saturday talking to Aeroplan's fraud department myself, who told me that 20,000 of my points had been used to purchase airline tickets in China. The company has since reimbursed those points, but it underlines what you said a while ago, Amanda, that it's a good idea to log into those loyalty programs and make sure that somebody else isn't spending your points.
And good thing you got your points back, Bruce. Thank you.
Sure.